Aloha Kikuyu Lohana, welcome back. We're here at the range, and this week our video is all about generating power so you can hit those crisp, solid golf shots.
Remember when you told me you believe in something and you said you're done pretending.
Aloha everybody. We got lucky and avoided Hurricane Douglas, which was cool. And we're back out on the range, so that's good. This week is all about generating power, and the way that we generate power is by having some good fundamentals in the business part of the swing. And so when I talk about the business part of the swing, what I mean is, the portion of the swing that is from about here on the way down through the golf ball and out the other side. And so this here is an impact bag, and it's a great training aid to work on this accumulation of power and doing it in the right manner. So I have some sticks on the ground, and what these sticks are is these are representing the angles that you want your hips and your chest at impact. Okay? And before we get too complicated, let's just say this. It's a lot like skipping a stone. It's a lot like turning a double play or something. If you don't play either of those sports, this might be a good thing to understand. Whether you haven't skipped a stone or played baseball, this would be good information to have. And so what it is when I set up, the impact position is I want my hips, so the belt buckle of my hips, to be about 45 degrees open from where it started. So here's 90 degrees. 45 is right on that orange stick coming out at the camera. So for me, impact is going to be right there. The lead handle, the handle of the club, is going to be even with your lead shoe. Your hips or your belt buckle is kind of coming out at that 45. Your shoulders, they're not going to be 90 back here. They're going to be more like 30 degrees open, and that's that gray stick on the ground. And so a really good drill to do for those of you who struggle with opening up, you tend to throw the arms at it, and that can feel like you're doing a lot and then the ball doesn't go anywhere. And so when we're talking about accumulating power, this is it. And so when we go to our address position, then what you do is you go to a fake impact position. So you turn your hips to 45 degrees open, lean the handle forward, bend into your trail side a little bit, which opens your shoulders a little bit, and that gives you impact. And then what you do is just practice swiveling back and to that position. And you'll feel the power in that motion, okay? One of the things you want to avoid is going to that position and then swinging the arms. The arms aren't going to do very much in this drill, and this is to train you how to use your big muscles, your hips, your shoulders, your chest, and leave the arms back here to hit the golf ball. So you swivel back, leave the arms back, turn your body through. So you can see the arms, they're not doing much. They're just staying against my chest, my left arm staying bent, okay? And that creates a lot of power when you do that. And you can hear the sound of the bag when you smack it like that. What you want to avoid is getting into a situation where you're going and you're getting that ticky noise of just the arms. Okay? When you do this correctly, you should be able to leave the club in the bag. Right? Should be able to kind of get to your address position, go to impact, so handle on the shoe, hips on the orange line, the belt buckle towards the orange stick, your chest kind of on the gray, and just leave it into that bag. And that's accumulating a lot of power. It's putting a lot of pressure on that golf ball. What happens to people when they go to the full swing is they get the club up past that area, the business center of the swing, kind of here to here with the club, and they get going, they want to get down to the golf ball, so they throw the arms early, and then none of this stuff can turn. If it did, you'd miss the ball by 2 or 3 feet. So this is a great drill, and it's a lot like hitting a pitch. It's a lot like hitting a punch shot. This is a great drill to get your body involved, your rotation involved, your big muscles in hitting the golf ball, and it's very powerful. I'm gonna move this stuff. I'm gonna show you a few shots hitting this way. I've got the camera view on the 90 degrees straight across from me. The gray stick is where my shoulders should be at impact. The orange stick's where the hips should be at impact. And so we're looking at a position of kind of here. That's what kind of de-lofts the club. That's what creates lag, is this club staying back and your body rotating open. A lot of people think you need to drag this. That's just going to lead to more extension, because if you get to here and the club's up here, you got to get it back down to the golf ball. So let's show a couple of these. So I'm going to go to my normal address position, show impact, swivel back and through. The arms in this swing, they're not doing much. They're just kind of staying there. So I show impact, go there to there, I come through, they pretty much stay there, and then they release out here. If I were to swivel back down, there's my impact position. There's that impact position. A few swings like this will get you really in the groove of leaning the shaft to generate the most power. And once you figure this out, it's a lot easier to hit all the little touch shots, feel shots, because it's not a matter of how far the club goes. I mean, somewhat it is, but you can hit one softer. So if I was just starting this drill, like a lot of you, I would go to here and I'd swing back and hit this like 20%. And make sure that I'm not flipping the club head when I'm in the finish. I'm going to show you one more view of this. It's behind, and then we're going to show a little bit of how baseball players hit a baseball. It's very similar. Normal address, here's the impact position. Swivel through off the chest. So they're back here and they're back, then they fly off the chest out here. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned at the end here as we take a look at some baseballers and how it's similar.
All right, here we got Alex Rodriguez, one of the great hitters of all time, married to J-Lo. I just want you to notice about his swing how much it's created by hips and by his chest. So he kind of loads into his back foot, he steps forward, and then his hips open like a cork open, his shoulders cork open, and not until right there when he hits the ball do his arms really extend or do much other than just follow his shoulder.